These all are the best games with a high graphic, but it's really playable for low endpoints level. Even when you set the graphic into maximum, I'm sure you can handle it amazingly. Our channel tries to give a huge impact to my subscribers by helping out the problem of the low-end devices. So, making this video will add more value to my viewers. But please help this video by tapping a like. Please enjoy the video of Top 10 New Game Best Graphic for Android and iOS with small size game mobile, less than 1GB. Stardew Island. Stardew Island. This new game has a lot of potential to become the best new open-world role-playing game with a survival-based game. I love how the graphic look like. It has a realistic nature of the sun glare, weather, and ambience. There is one feature that will help newbie players to speed up the progress freely by watching the ads. New features, new crafting items, equipment, or weapons will be opened up and it doesn't have any limit. So, I have tried for more than 3 times to craft a new weapon through watching the ads, and I totally enjoy it to do it. This game has a great action hack and slash as well. We can kill the wolf and even the crocodile will come aggressively to us. So, when we are swimming on the lake, make sure you rotate the camera to see the situation around us, especially from the crocodile attack. Stardew Island allows the player to set up a new tent and fill up every single piece of furniture inside it. Get the material freely along the land. This game is the best new game open world for a small size. It's about 404MB and should be played online. Survival Nation Mobile. Survival Nation Mobile. If you love to play a game with a top-down view perspective, then you should try it. But honestly, the angle is way too far, so I cannot see the main character clearly. It seems too small by the way. Of course, it depends on someone's point of view. This game has a zombie-based game where we become a survivor of a small camp. Only few humans left here and we should clear a certain area that has been contaminated by killing the zombie. Some weapons are available to switch, like a gun. It's good for long range. Once you run out of ammo, remember you still have a melee weapon to hit. All of the zombie is really aggressive, so stay away from them and keep your distance further. Try to kill the enemy one by one to make it easier. For a game with a small size, it has a voiceover along the conversation between the NPC. Survival Nation Mobile, this is the best game open world for Android and iOS. Super Dragon Punch Force 3. Super Dragon Punch Force 3. This game is really good in graphic. As a new brand fighting game, it's totally give a great gaming experience with a beautiful artwork visual. Anyway, the game has a western character design at all. I love to see it, because the current weeks, most of the new game was made by an anime art style, but this game tries to break the dominate and give a fresh air into a mobile games industry. The combat mechanism is really newbie friendly. Seriously, we can unleash the ultimate skill power by tapping one button, not like the other game that we need to remember or even find out the hero's pattern to unleash the skill. The control and the navigation is pretty smooth and amazingly playable for any phone. It will run perfectly for sure. Try to challenge yourself by playing a PvP rather than the PvE, so you can measure your skill play then. In the early game, we were only able to select 2 different characters, but the arena has been updated fast by the developers, so we can pick a variety of the arenas with a great looks. Super Dragon Punch Force 3 only has 256MB and should play online. Titan Strike. Titan Strike. I'm sure everyone knows this game's developer, who well known as the creator of Attack on Titan fansmade. His name is Swami. He is an indie games developer who's making a high quality offline game with great 3D graphic and perfectly playable for any devices. This game has more simple gameplay, where we don't need to lock the Titan's neck. We only need to slash the Titan once our distance is close enough. Every stage will have a certain amount of Titan that we need to kill. Most of the Titan is not pretty aggressive, even though it seems not moving, so this game is quite newbie friendly. I love how he adds some features to unlock, especially while we are at the village. We can construct more buildings to increase our hero's power. The skin is available to get but needs plenty of in-game gold. I'm sure the appearance of your hero will become more interesting then. Titan Strike. It is playable offline and has less than 1GB, but the graphics so it's pretty amazing with a high frame rate of 120 FPS. Battle Course. Battle Course Fast PvP Arena. This game has a chaotic gameplay with a great rumble and how we should create a nice teamwork with the other players. It has a PvP base where we play in 3 versus 3. There are 2 sides of the blue team and also the red team. We will compete with each other and try to destroy entire enemies to get a winner. This game reminds me of Vigilante on the console game. Our vehicle will have their own unique ability as the ultimate skill. We should know and understand how it's gonna work so we can make a great strategy and anticipate the incoming forces. Shield skill and also moving faster skill will be support action we can cast frequently. It will help and boost your winning chance once you use it for the right timing. I hope the developers will create new features of practice mode or casual mode so we can play the game by selecting our own battle arena and let the other decide the game goals. Overall, as a new multiplayer game, it has a great gameplay and really good in control. Battle Course Fast PvP Arena game is playable online and has a very low size of 124 MB in total. As Legends. As Legends 5 vs 5 chibi TPS game. As the game name, it has a chibi character design which make the game look more fun. In fact, the gameplay seems pretty easy to learn and we don't have to master any skill at all. We will start playing a team deathmatch. The team who can reach the higher score within the estimated time will become the winner. But before you enter the combat, make sure you do a good preparation first by equipping your best weapon. It has a lot of boxes to put your weapon on, so in-game we can switch many weapons like a bow and variety of the guns. Honestly, I don't know exactly is our team's member a bot or a real player because when I touch the matchmaking, it went less than 1 second. In fact, their movement seems pretty monotone. Even the enemy is pretty easy to kill. I would make a conclusion if this game is not competitive, it's good for a casual player. Anyway, before you download it, make sure you have a free space of 820 MB. It will need to be downloaded while in-game, but surely the total size is less than 1 GB. Aspal Extreme. Aspal Extreme. This game is really good as a new racing game for mobile. Aspal is behind this project. No wonder the game's graphics are beyond mobile's level, even the game size is only 870 MB. But we already get a great game's experience with a realistic ragdoll physics make the game even addictive. When we crash the object around, then the object will destroy and fall down. It's a simple thing, but making the game looks has more attention to detail. While racing, make sure you don't hit any stone because it will slow down your speed. Focus on the arena obstacle will make your car keep consistent at the perfect speed. The acceleration is really good and we can even control the car perfectly. Try to unleash the nitro to boost the speed multiple times and tap the gauge meter in the right timing to add more speed. This is the best game with a high graphic and a small size for mobile. Rage of Blades. Rage of Blades PvP Arena. What a great new game that has a cinematic graphic that we can totally enjoy while in the combat. It has 1 vs 1 battle where we play as a paladin of the empire or as a berserker. I love how the game set it into a medieval era, the arena, and how the ambience seems so strong. Even the music will determine the spirit of the combat. It has a cinematic visual with a great attention to detail on the character looks. The gameplay of Rage of Blades PvP Arena is we will control 4 different buttons of dodge to avoid the attack, shield to defend, attack to cast a basic attack, and also the ultimate skill to deal a heavier damage. Every single action will need a high precision to succeed. The game has a fair and balanced difficulty level because we will find a similar rank point to fight with. The main key to winning the game is how you can make a good prediction and tap the button just in time. This is the best high graphic game small size. It's about 680 MB and must play with an internet connection. Zombie Ranch. Zombie Ranch Simulator Survive. This game will be fit for any phones. It has a super small size and it's really playable on the maximum gameplay. It doesn't have any graphic selections. We only play in a standard, but don't worry because it looks so good actually. The game seems so impressive as an indie games developer. They successfully make a survival game that is combined with a garden concept. So we can get some goods by planting some vegetable in the garden and keep it up to earn more money. It doesn't have any limitation of time when we do a planting. Once you think you are ready to face the zombie, then you just need to press the night mode to respawn the zombie in your garden. Hit them all by using a gun from a distance or lock them up by an axe. We just need to aim the target, then the auto-fire features will work perfectly. This game only needs 280 MB to download the whole content and play it offline. Gangster Grand. Gangster Grand, this game really hooked me on the graphic. It has everything that represents a GTA games like. Even the city seems alive with so many NPC are walking around freely. The traffic is pretty crowded. We can see a lot of cars along the way. Getting the car freely is possible. Get your best experience by making a chaos. The game has a story with a simple mission, but the rewards will give a plenty of in-game gold that we can use for buying a gun. When you try to force the NPC, make sure you have a gun because the common NPC will fight back at you and they will shot your head. Once you are making a chaos that's beyond the limit, then the police will come and call a tank and the helicopter. They all will try to hit you with a bigger damage. You don't have any chance to destroy them. What we should do is only go away by driving a car. Surprisingly, the game is only 180 MB, but the city seems so alive. This game is super addictive and really playable for any devices level, and the special one is playable offline. We don't need to watch any ads to enjoy the whole story. Last Survivor. Bonus: Last Survivor Zombie Survival Offline. This game is one of the best offline that's really interesting. It seems not polished yet at all, but I can see the whole project. The game has a top-down view perspective with a survival-based game. I'm not interested with the storyline because it's just a common base. I prefer to enjoy the game's features. We can craft every single item easily. Even we can find a new gun through opening the free treasure chest that we can find in the hidden spot around the area. All of the zombies are pretty aggressive. Luckily, our gun has a high damage. Only one bullet is enough to wipe them all at once. These all are the best games that I would happily mention to you all, and I'm confident with the gameplay. Remember to help this channel grow by tapping a like and leave a comment please. See you on the next video. Thanks.